Thanks for staying with us. We're going to be reviewing Punch. Who has a story?
This is such a sad story. So a landmine has killed a market woman, Mrs Ngozi Umeh, and injured 5 others after it detonated inside the Eke Ubaheze Market Square in Orsu local government area of Imo State. The explosion occurred in the afternoon on Tuesday while market activities was ongoing. So apparently the woman had stepped on a planted landmine. Yeah, this is so sad. Though the locals are saying that 2 people were killed, but reports so far is that it's just 1 person, and other people they've been rushed to the hospital, you know, and that they said that the landmine, the suspected landmine was planted by proscribed Indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network. So they said when this happened, the police commissioner, Aboki Danjuma, that they quickly deployed operatives from the explosive ordnance disposal unit who swept the area to make sure that they didn't have any more landmines, that it was safe for market activities to continue, for them to continue. But, you know, it's quite scary like that. In the marketplace, what are they trying to achieve? Public space. Public space. It could have been anybody. Anybody can step on anything. But I thought that they usually had security at night that watched the markets, right? Oh. Yes. So what's going on with that? What it was. But this is scary because you can't just be placing landmines anywhere and everywhere. It could have been worse.
Security is lax everywhere.
It's terrible.
Okay. I have the one for Lagos State government empowers 700 widows with 35 million. So the Lagos State government has empowered 700 widows with 50,000 naira cash as part of the activities marking the 2025 International Day, Widows Day. Delivering a keynote address at the ceremony at Isheri Skills Acquisition Center, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Bolaji Dada, emphasized the state's commitment to inclusive governance, especially for widows, whom she described as the pillars of many households. She said it is not just a commemoration, it is a solemn call to action. Widowhood should not be a sentence to hardship, but a new chapter of courage, support, and renewed purpose. According to her, the 50,000 cash support was part of a broader package that included vocational training through the Livelihood Economic Empowerment Program, a 4-week course that ran across Lagos' 5 divisions, training women in trades like fashion designing, soap making, catering, hair dyeing, and hairdressing and dye and tie. So, well, if the widows are not neglected, they should also take care of the widows.
I took another Lagos State story. Lagos has vowed to prosecute indiscriminate waste disposers. The spokesperson for the ministry, Adekunle Adesina, disclosed this on Tuesday while reacting to inquiries over the refuse dumps in the Idumu area of Alimosho. He said that the residents, they don't want to pay the bills, so they just go there, they will just dump
their feces.
Their feces. And so the people go there, clear the things, they're clearing their feces as well. That they are not it says they will go and pack it by themselves. After packing the waste, before the next day it gets filled up again with clean, and they will do the cleaning. Most of these people don't want to pay refuse because that's why they just be resorting to dropping their refuse at night.
Hopefully they are able to arrest them. Hopefully, because sometimes it would be nice to put cameras everywhere, but we can't afford to have cameras everywhere. So people must take responsibility.
Do what is right.
You know, it happens to us at the shrine because we have that big dustbin. Yeah. So people just come and we took to locking the dustbin. So they started dumping it outside for us so that...
So that's even worse because then you have to pack it.
Yeah. We are the ones that will pack it because we are the ones that will get fined, not them. One day I saw a man, suits and everything, honestly, came in his car with his driver, came out, dumped his thing and drove off. Wow. I saw him. He didn't tell me.
Irresponsible. Daily Sun. Military bandits tough fight sparks tension. They neutralized scores of bandits, say soldiers, and 17 troops killed in Niger State, says military. PDP. 10 National Working Committee members battle the Magum, opposing Wanyahu's reinstatement as secretary. 2027. ADA, 108 political associations seek registration. Let's find a story. Court awards 5 million naira against IGP over illegal detention of Enugu PG. Mysterious court order again. Obi decries lawless society as Lagos demolishes younger brother's house. Any other story here? Okay, let's find a story. Which story?
Okay. So the Independent National Electoral Commission has listed Obedient People's Party, which is the OPP, Progressive Obedient Party, POP, Advanced Democratic Alliance, ADA, and 107 other political associations seeking registration as political parties ahead of the 2027 general elections. The INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, made the disclosure in his remark at the second regular consultative meeting with media executives at the INEC national headquarters in Abuja yesterday. He equally revealed that arrangement has been concluded to conduct the outgoing by-elections and resume the conduct of continuous voter registration exercises. You know, he was saying something like that. They've been accused of not handling registrations properly, but that they also received the same accusation in 2013. But see how far they have come, and that for the 2019 general elections, that there were 91 political parties and 73 presidential candidates, and that they've been doing a great job, and they should be commended for that. And that with the upcoming elections, that due processes be followed, as long as the political parties that want to register follow the due processes of the INEC regulation.
In a similar story, talking about party registration, so amid the rising tension in the PDP, the party registered yesterday reinstated Wike's person, according to the story. According to the story, they bowed to pressure and have now reinstated Samuel Anyanwu as his national secretary. The acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, who spoke during a press briefing at the PDP National Secretariat, said yesterday that the reinstatement of Anyanwu and the party was a bitter pill. Damagum also announced the postponement of the 100th National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for June 30th. The PDP leaders present at the press briefing, which is coming on the heels of the party's Tuesday's parley, the controversy about who is the authentic national secretary was also discussed, including Chairman PDP Governors Forum, Pauji Governor Bala Mohammed, and former Senate President Bukola Saraki. Now, according to the story, I don't want to go too much into it, but there are two factions now. There is the faction that is with the Oyo State Governor Makinde. They listed those who are under that faction, and there's a different faction. So the issue, obviously, is what they're going to agree on as a party. Who is the meeting going to hold June 30th as initially described, or they've been postponed? We don't know if they're going to show up on the 30th of June, because I think the Oyo State Governor was insisting that it should not be postponed. It should be as June 30th. Although Damagum is saying no, it has to be postponed in view of the recent factors. We'll see how it goes, because the most important thing for Nigerians is that we have a strong opposition. So it's important they clear up their issues, and then Nigeria can have a proper democracy with a good.
But you know what I don't understand? Why are some of them fighting it? Because it will just keep them in disarray.
This the court that awarded 5 million against the IGP over the legal detention of Enugu PG. The High Court, Enugu High Court, presided over Justice Okoye and Eke, has awarded 5 million in damages against the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, for the unlawful detention of the President General of Ukana Town Union, Pastor Francis Aneke. The judgment was delivered in the fundamental rights enforcement suit, in which Pastor Aneke was the first applicant and the Inspector General of Police the sole respondent. The court found out that Aneke was detained for 4 days without being charged in violation of his constitutional rights, and held that the action of the police constituted an infringement on his personal liberty. In addition to the monetary compensation, Justice Aneke granted an order of injunction restraining the police and other agents from further harassing, intimidating, or detaining the applicants unlawfully. The judge also mentioned, she said in her words, that I granted him bail as a result of his action. Of this action, I am not presiding over a criminal trial. What I am presiding is the substantial case brought before me, according to his explanation in the proceedings.
Okay. Moving on to Vanguard. PDP crisis deepens as National Working Committee members counter Damagum, insist Anyanwu not reinstated. 2027 coalition against me full of political IDP, says Tinubu. 20 soldiers, scores of bandits die in Niger clash. And looking for stories inside, I'm not sure which guys. Anybody has any story? That's
yes. So the communities demand ban on night, lifting of crude oil laden vessels in Delta states. So the coastal communities along the Ramas River in Burutu local government area of Delta State has petitioned the crude oil bunkering giant Sterling Oil Exploration and Energy Production Company Limited, SEPCO, to the Nigerian Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA, over the company's flagrant abuse of existing laws of the authority and the federal government gazette by moving crude oil-laden vessels at odd hours of the night. They allege that such activities have destroyed their livelihood as fishermen. In an official petition to the area manager in Warri, 22 adversely impacted communities has called for immediate intervention. 22 is a lot of communities. The petition also forwarded to various government ministries and departments request that NIWA compel SEPCO to cease nighttime navigation of crude oil-laden vessels on the Ramos River. This action, according to them, is necessary to eliminate the countless hazards and injustice experienced by local fishermen, which has persisted since 2014. So they should do something about it because...
Okay, so the Senate President yesterday, while celebrating his friend, Nyesom Wike, Minister of FCT, was saying that even the blind can see all that the change in the landscape in Abuja. The Senate President yesterday, Ngozi Umeh, boasted of President Tinubu's plans of infrastructural upliftment of the FCT through the Minister Wike. Akpabio noted that Wike ought to be celebrated every day, lamented that socio-political development in other parts of the country has made Nigerians not to sufficiently take notice of the positive development that is happening in the nation's capital. Wike himself said, and I wanted to quote him, he drew inferences from some states where the predecessors were claiming that he was claiming some of their own projects. He said, if anybody, and I'm trying to see if I can quote him verbatim, said like they should challenge his predecessors from 2010 to speak out if the FCT administration under him has commissioned any project that's already been completed or commissioned by them. So there was an issue that was he's feeling like that all the projects that he's commissioning, some of them were done by either Erufai or his predecessors. So if any one of this project come and speak up, want to see,
dare you.
I dare you, say it. This I dare you, but you know,
and that's the body language. Like, come and say it.
And just
bring it to the table.
In case you come and let us know which one. That everything he's doing, it was based on the marching order the president gave to him to complete all outstanding projects, and he has done so, and we're happy for him.
And because of that, we will not rest inside paper.
We will not rest. Today is Thursday. Hopefully tomorrow will be the last day. I pray. Hopefully. I don't want to see this on Monday morning because I don't understand. That is all we can take. We'll manage it again for another day tomorrow. Hopefully Monday we'll have our papers back because we'll soon start calling them weekend papers. Because they're no more the national.
We've already started.
Because papers. That's all we can take on the reviews. Stay with us. It's Thursday. We have our first guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.